For the last 2 months, I let AI completely break down my golf swing. I've been rigorously training through drills, AI-focused feedback, and today we're gonna take a look at that process and see if it actually made me a better golfer. Check it out. So this is Sportsbox AI Studio. It's essentially an AI-powered 3D swing analyzer. And with just one single camera, no wearables, no sensor, it can completely map your swing, every position, every angle, comparing you to the pros and giving you the feedback you need to actually improve. Now, this is definitely a premium product, and the Studio software costs $2,000 per year, but I already have a golf simulator, so this is kind of the perfect add-on. And from the start, one of the main reasons I built my golf simulator setup was to get better at golf. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so 67 days ago when I first started this, Sportsbox AI gave me a swing score of 67. This is on a scale from 1 to 100, and it measures your speed, your efficiency at creating speed, and your overall consistency. It identified that most of the power in my game was in my wrists rather than my body, and it gave me 3 main areas of focus: casting in the downswing, maintaining posture in the backswing, and getting my body more open at impact. These weren't all huge revelations. I know I have a flawed swing, but the way that this software trains those goals, check it out. So first I had to fight casting. It's a common amateur problem. Pros will maintain this wrist angle all the way down and release at the perfect time, while amateurs will cast, early release. It's gonna lead to fat shots, thin shots, toe strikes, basically all sorts of inconsistency. Plus, you're wasting your power, so no efficiency. Now, the drill section of the app did a great job at explaining casting, gave me a couple different drills that I could mess around with, and more so explained why casting occurs. Then, using the Studio software, I train casting every week. So the Studio version gives you a graph, and it plots every single swing on that graph in reference to whatever you're working on. Make a good swing, and you get yourself inside the rectangle. Make a bad swing, and you know you have to work on it on the next one. After the first session, I had a better understanding of what I had to do to eliminate casting. And every other week, every other session after that, it just got a little bit easier. And now, 2 months later, I can load up on the casting goal and every swing is in range. I wish I could say the other 2 goals were achieved that easily, but we know golf is not an easy sport. Okay, goal number 2 for me was maintaining posture in the backswing, and I trained this at the same time as the other 2 goals, but what's really interesting is they really coincided with each other. My issue is a loss of spine angle, lifting my head in the backswing, I don't know, to get extra rotation, but when you change your spine angle, it's gonna change your swing arc, your distance to the ball, and once again lead to all sorts of different inconsistent strikes and force you to cast. So I thought it was interesting that these goals were overlapping. Now, how I train this goal? Learning to keep my head still, putting my head up against the wall and swinging with no club until I got the feel for what my body was supposed to do, for how I was supposed to rotate instead of lift. This one was really hard to train, and it took me weeks before I saw numbers that were in range. Not only was the backswing difficult, but it kind of rerouted my downswing as well. But if I paid attention to not casting in the downswing, I found that I was making some really good contact right away. This was the goal I spent the most amount of time on, and finally, I got a breakthrough. It just clicked. Trying to lower my chest rather than lose my spine angle, and I got 2 in a row. Having that feedback on every single shot, every swing, really allowed me to connect what I was doing to the numbers on the screen, and now I'm making a backswing like a pro. Crazy thing is, I know this isn't real golf, but I am a simulator golfer. I shot 2 of my best tournament scores and a personal best 61 in the middle of training this. One more beautiful drive. I drove the ball so well today. I've worked on this shot, 3/4 pitching wedge. So I like it. Come on. Yes, I've practiced this. Yes, that's a great round. -7, 9 birdies. Best round ever by far on the Square software. I want to say that this course is not easy because it's tight, but I played incredibly well today.
best in a while. Been practicing a lot, using my Sportsbox AI Studio Edition to really work on some things, work on my contact and build consistency there. And that felt so good. Bogey-free, 61.
Like I said, when it clicked, it just clicked. And I've had some days where my swing just feels so in control. And I attribute a huge part of that to not lifting my head in the backswing, to really just turning on the axis of my spine. I've spent years fighting that move. So that makes 2 out of 3 goals all but mastered. And all that was left was having an open body at impact. Another insane challenge for me. When your body stops rotating, it forces your arms to get flippy. You can stand up, early extend, AKA casting. Once again, you're gonna have trouble getting your weight onto your lead side. You're gonna lose speed. All sorts of issues associated with not rotating through the ball. And this one just drove me nuts. And I don't think without the feedback of Sportsbox AI that I truly could have worked on this one. I mastered pelvis turn pretty quickly, but my chest was always square and not quite open enough at impact. I would do 10 swings on this, feel fully deflated, come back the next week and get incrementally better. I mean, I was completely over-exaggerating that feel until it just felt completely ridiculous. And finally, things just started trending upward. And what's crazy is that in 2 months, I increased my chest turn speed and my lead arm move speed by quite a bit. So much to the point that I had to do a final swing score. So if you remember at the beginning, Sportsbox AI gave me an initial swing score of 67, putting me up there at pretty much a high single-digit handicap, maybe a 10. Now, as a 2 handicapper, that kind of hurt. But what I didn't tell you, really, is I ran my second swing report 10 days after training. A 79. They're putting me up there with the average D1 college player. In 10 days, my swing score went up 12 points. My pelvis speed, chest turn speed, arm speed, and club head speed all increased. The swing itself looked so much more athletic, so much more confident. So then I ran one final swing score report, and check this out. So in 8 more weeks, the improvements only continued. Pelvis speed, chest speed, club head speed, arm speed, all of it, continuing to improve. My entire swing movement changed. I went from a vertical dominant swing to a rotational wrist heavy swing. My rotational speed went from 23 up to 53. And I've always been handsy. I've always been arm dominant in my swing without a powerful rotation lower body. And I feel like this has truly helped me get there. It is a completely different swing feel. So by the end of training, my consistency score had peaked and then dropped a little bit. And I think that means I just need to keep working at it, keep getting that feedback, but definitely a night and day difference. I added speed in all aspects of my swing, pelvis, chest, arm, got my body more open at impact. It looks like such a better position. Yeah, it feels really good. It feels so much better. But then what's really cool is I went back in to do another assessment, gave it a few swings, and let it analyze my swing, and all of those flaws disappeared. Every single one of them were not present anymore. It did give me something else to work on, which was my weight shift through impact. And so I will continue training. I'm sure the more I do this, I will get more consistent with the new feels, but my contact feels better. I'm compressing it more. I'm getting speed back. And this is all without a coach. No coach, just AI feedback, me working on it at home by myself. And I think it's really cool. Now, this definitely isn't magic. It's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna transform your swing without you putting the work in yourself, but it's definitely possible if you're somebody who likes to work on your own swing. So for now, I'm just gonna keep training with it, keep on dialing in these changes, getting this feedback because it's so powerful. This is a really cool tool. Obviously, the biggest downside to it, and I've gotten this feedback, is just the cost. It is a premium. It is not cheap. It is a very valuable tool, but if you already have the space in your home, it can be a great add-on. I highly recommend the Studio software, but if you just want to get started and check it out, download the mobile app. It has a lot of the same features. The Studio version is just a little bit more robust. It is more automatic, especially if you set up the integrated camera. You just turn it on and go. I'll continue updating you on my progress, so make sure to like and subscribe this video if you want to see how much further along I've come after some time. Thank you to Sportsbox AI for getting me set up with the Studio version. It's been Really nice to have. I'll leave some links in the description as well as a discount code if you decide to go for the premium version of the app or the studio version. And if you've put Sportsbox AI to use in your own golf game, let me know what you think of it. And if you want to see some more game improvement stuff, let me know what you think of AI coaching. I don't personally think it's going to replace a real coach, but to have this feedback at home is pretty awesome.